By using Sparkle and Yukong, we can give 500% crit damage to Acheron, and thanks to the crit rate that we can also get from Yukong's ult, right, we can pretty much go for a super low crit rate, super high crit damage build on Acheron, and it works out beautifully. So let's use this nuke setup, and let's see it in action versus Yanqing and versus Sam. One of the cool synergies with using Yukong and Acheron is that since it usually takes between 1 and 2 turns to get Acheron's ult, and then Yukong is usually around 2 to 3 turns to get your ult, the majority of your ults, which is most of Acheron's damage, can actually be buffed from the ult, which means that since we're going to be getting 30% crit rate and like 70% crit damage or something like that, we're pretty much going to be at 100% crit rate consistently. Now, I also have the E1, so my 86% crit rate turns into 100% crit rate, but 87% crit rate is just as good, and I think we're hovering around 50%. So Sparkle's Light Cone gives 10, 30 from Yukong, so that puts us to around 90-ish. And then there's that extra 4% from that double from the Prisoner set on Acheron. Now, as for this, we're just going to build up a little bit of energy going to the next wave, and then now Acheron can get a couple more stacks going into the Yanqing side, so we're just going to blow him up the first chance we get. And we actually held the Yukong ult the entire time, so we're just purely going to use it on the Yanqing side and be done with it. I think I misclicked that Pela ult. Not sure why I popped it immediately. But it's not like it's gonna matter too much. Wonderful, so now the buffs from Yukong is going to go into Acheron's turn. And as long as we destroy everything right now, it's all done. So 100% crit rate, 517% crit damage, since we used Yukong's ult before Sparkle's boost. One shot. One shot. So let's go into the Sam side and see how the same team performs. So the Sam side is pretty similar. Not much different is going to be happening, except obviously Sam is much more tanky than Yanqing, probably by about 2. So we're going to be needing to output about twice the amount of single target damage in this fight. And since we have so many buffs, we actually have to use a certain assortment of buffs that won't kill the enemies too fast. And what we opted for was quite literally nothing except for Yukong's attack boost. So that's perfect. So now we're not going to take any of those wind shear dots, which is very, very annoying for 0 cycles. And then we're only going to have to deal with that automatron, and then hopefully it doesn't die. Perfect. And now we can build up a couple skill points. It might die to a basic, so hopefully it doesn't crit. Okay. Even though one of those little ticks crit, it's still alive, which is perfect. That's exactly what we needed. Now Acheron is going to go into the next wave with her ult almost completely up, which is going to help because this team obviously doesn't build too many points, right? Because we only have Sparkle's pushes, which doesn't give Acheron too many extra turns, and then we only have Pela other than that. And Pela's slow, so she's not going to be getting 3 turns per action, only 2. So since we used the Yukong ult after the Sparkle push, instead of 517, we're at 500. But still, 1.6 million, half of Sam's health is already gone. So now pretty much all we have to do is just get one more ult, and then it's over. Now here, since we have cogs on Yukong, if Sam actually hits Yukong again, Yukong is going to get her ult in just one more turn. That's a 2-turn ult on Yukong. Beautiful. So that's thanks to cogs. And it's very consistent because if we put her in the middle, unless it decides to hit Acheron, which is very unlikely, we can pretty much consistently get this buff from Yukong twice versus Sam. Now fully ulted up again, and now we have every single buff once more. So that's 2 times per this wave. We were able to go full blast versus Sam. Now, I still should have used Yukong's ult before, but it's fine. Beautiful. And single target. How much damage can we do single target? 800,000 single target damage. That is crazy. That's crazy. So, that is the video. Thanks for watching. That is 500% crit damage Acheron. Any ideas? Leave it in the comments. Let's have a discussion. Join the Discord, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Adios.